Hey everybody, welcome back to Bookish Daddy. Today we are going to be doing my TBR jar. So normally I would do a wrap up with this, but I don't have anything new to really wrap up. So last month I read the Bloodsworn Saga trilogy by John Gwynne. I've got a whole video on that. And the other couple books I already went over as well. So there's nothing to really go over. Right now, I'm currently reading The Night and the Moth and Sword of Kaigen, which are both really dark, and I'm going to need something lighthearted. So I think I'm going to gear this little TBR pick, hopefully, towards lighthearted, cozy, shorter books, and kind of break up a little bit of the darkness in all of these books. So yeah, if you're enjoying the videos, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know the whole deal. Hit the little button for me. Yeah, let's get into it. So for the first prompt, these are going to be y'all's prompts, family's prompts. I don't think any of them are mine, so they're either yours or my family's. And the first prompt is a fairy tale retelling. That's not a bad one. So I said I wanted some lighthearted fairy tale stuff. I think most of my fairy tale books are kind of darker. Let's see. All right, so fairy tale retelling. I have a few options to go pick from. One is The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song, and this is a Mulan retelling. However, I'm pretty sure this is like on the darker side. And like I said, I'm not trying to go too dark this month. The next book I'm picking from is Fairest of All, which is an obvious retelling of Snow White's the evil queen in Snow White and how she became evil, which I want to say I've read books like that before. And then the third one is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, which is a Little Mermaid retelling. It says Princess Lyra is siren royalty and the most lethal of them all. With the hearts of 17 princes in her collection, she's revered across the sea until a twist of fate forces her to kill one of her own. To punish her daughter, the Sea Queen transforms Lyra into the one thing that sirens loathe most, a human. I think I'm going to go with this one. So I love The Little Mermaid, and this sounds really good. So that's going to be my first pick for a fairy tale retelling. The next prompt is a book with a magic scene. So that's one of my daughters wrote that. That could be really any one of my books. Let's see. So it is a little bit harder than I thought it would be to find books in this house that are like pleasant and cozy. Most of our books seem to be on the darker side of things. But I found one that has magic in it that sounds like it won't be too dark. It is Deal with the Elf King by Elise Kova, and it is about human brides being stolen by fae males. We've all heard this story before. It says the elves come for two things, war and wives. In both cases, they come for death. I mean, it sounds a little dark, but I'm hoping it's not too bad. It's, like I said, it's slim pickings in this house. It feels like we have a lot of very like depressing type books. The next prompt is going to be a book with a girl with a dress on the cover. Man, that could be difficult as well, but I'll look around and see what I can find. This book was not as hard to find as I thought it would be, and it is The Selection by Kiera Cass. This is a book I have been wanting to read for quite some time. It looks like a short read. I don't think these are dark. This is more of like a, if I'm right, I think it's more of like a medieval The Bachelor or Bachelorette. Says the opportunity to be swept up in a world of glittering gowns, priceless jewels, to live in a palace and compete for the heart of gorgeous prince. But for America Singer, being selected is a nightmare. It means turning her back on her secret love with Aspen. I think I remember why I never did read this, and I think it is because her name is America Singer. Like, I'm not going to lie. I've I don't like that one bit. But this is still the book I'm going to pick and go with and give it a chance. 35 Girls, One Crown, and a Competition of a Lifetime. Will, for the next prompt, it is the oldest book on your TBR. Holy cow. I don't know if we own it. Let me think. So back when I first started the channel, I saw this book in a bookstore, and it was The City of Dusk by Tara Sim. It has probably been on my TBR the longest. Uh, I was obsessed with the cover, and it sounds freaking awesome. So it says, for every realm there is a god, for every god there is an heir, and for every heir there is a price. Enter a world of bone and shadow magic, vengeful gods and defiant chosen ones in the City of Dusk. A little bit darker than I wanted, but it is the oldest one on my TBR, so we'll go with it. The last pick or prompt I'm going to do is book with a blurb from one of your favorite authors on the cover. All right, this prompt was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Apparently, they put prompts on the front of a lot of these books, but one of my favorite authors, Abby Jimenez, threw this prompt on here, and it is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. And she says, this modern take on the Hepburn classic Roman holiday is a quick, fun, slow burn rom-com, which is everything I am looking for in a book this month. Quick, fun, slow burn, and a rom-com. You can always count on a Sarah Adams rom-com to be equal parts funny, sweet, and swoony. When in Rome is a romance you'll want to read again and again. Yeah, that one sounds perfect. So, the books we have for the TBR are going to be The City of Dusk, which is a lot heftier than I remembered it being. It's a heavy book. The Selection by Kiera Cass, which is, I want to say it's a YA romantasy. It's like Bachelor, Bachelorette. Deal with an Elf King by Elise Kova. This is another romantasy. I don't think it's YA though. Our fairy tale retelling is To Kill a Kingdom, and that is by Alexandra Christo, and that's a Little Mermaid retelling. And then the last one I pulled was When in Rome by Sarah Adams. Got a lot of books that hopefully I'm shooting to read like 2 or 3 of these this month. I've got another video I'm in the middle of doing that's going to take away from some of these, and a couple books I've got way too much going on with books to be able to read all 5 of these, but I'm going to try my best to get through them if I can. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and let me know which of these books you're most excited for me to read.